Hi there, I'm Coby Langford, British osteopath here in the UK, based at soothclinic.com. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, do remember to subscribe or click the little bell underneath the video so you get a little reminder every time I put a new video up. In this video, I want to bring to your attention and highlight 3 exercises that people commonly do at the gym which make my eyes water as an osteopath when I see them. As an osteopath, we see the other side of exercises, of gym buddies exercises. We treat the injuries, because when you go to the gym, the goal of a lot of these exercises is to strengthen and tone the muscles, right? So all the exercises are targeted at those muscles, but what a lot of people don't consider or understand or have any knowledge of is what's underneath the muscles. And with the exercises I'm going to show you now, in particular, I'm talking about the spinal discs, these little kind of donut sponges in between your vertebrae. Now, the number of disc injuries I have seen caused by exercises at the gym, I've actually lost count. Normally in young men and women in their 20s and 30s, every single one of them has sat in my clinic room in tears saying, why did nobody warn me that doing these exercises could cause me this injury? Because disc injuries it's been described by many people to me as worse than childbirth. Somebody left a comment on one of my videos recently saying that a disc injury that she had was more painful than 3 childbirths put together. I mean, that is serious pain. People are put on morphine, and it's a really long, hard haul back to recovery. But you know what? In all of these cases, it's completely unnecessary to get these injuries, because if you understand the anatomy, then you can protect yourself. So that is my goal in this video. I want to give you the knowledge you need to be able to protect yourself at the gym. So in this video, I'm only going to address 3 exercises to just steer clear of and avoid with everything that you can, because there are always other ways to get the same effect without it having to injure your discs. Now, before we get going and I show you these exercises, I just want to give you a little bit of knowledge to make sure that you fully understand why and how these exercises are potentially going to damage you or injure you. I don't just want to give you a fish, I want to teach you how to fish as such. I want you to be able to apply this information to all your gym exercises. So if we just have a little quick look at your spine here, your spine is made of lots of little, I know you probably know this, but I'm just going to make sure, lots of little bones. It's not one long bone. If your spine was one long bone, you would be like a tin man, basically. It'd be very difficult for you to move. So it's absolutely crucial. These little discs that sit between, they're called discs because they look like discs, and they more importantly, they look like donuts. They have a bit of jelly in the middle, and they're really beautiful sponges. They move out of the way. I mean, they're incredible. I love discs. Now, discs are incredibly strong when they are centrally loaded. So, as I said in the introduction, when your disc is centrally loaded, that means when your spine is straight and all the discs all sat one on top of each other, they can take the weight of a car, a Mini, without splitting, without injuring. But the minute you take your body out of the midline, the minute you bend your spine in any direction, you are completely reducing the protection of the discs. Now, there's 2 types of injuries we see. One is acute in the gym, where you break bones or you snap ligaments or tendons. And the other, which is much more common and much more important, is accumulative. Accumulative stress, accumulative weakening of the discs without you realizing. Now, when you side bend, you're putting weight down through one side of the disc only, okay? And the most dangerous action that we see is lifting and twisting, okay? So when your disc is, if you hold a weight and you twist, that is the most dangerous. If you hold a weight away from your body and raise to any position where your spine is out of the midline, your discs are at risk. So I'm just going to show you these 3 exercises, and hopefully you'll be able to understand why they make my eyes water. Okay, so the first exercise, and please don't hate me because I know every single personal trainer you've ever consulted will have advised you to do this exercise. It's the good old sit-up, otherwise known to osteopaths as the good old disc damager. Absolutely perfect conditions for damaging the discs. You're bringing the body up to here. Okay, so you've got your entire body weight through one disc. L5, S1 is taking all the strain. It's completely out of its midline, so it's completely unprotected. And it's you're putting what we call micro strains through the disc. Every disc injury patient that I see has bulged their disc, either picking up a piece of paper, tying their shoes up, reaching to pick up their child, and they'll say to me, how does tying my shoelaces cause my disc to bulge? And the answer is, it didn't. That was the end of a very long road of many years of tiny strains through the disc. So every single time you do a sit-up, you're straining the disc, actually putting micro tears into the disc until the disc is eventually weakened and ripe for splitting and bulging. So I'm not just going to leave you hanging, I'm going to give you an option. How to do a sit-up without damaging your discs, or rather how to have the same effect on your abdominal muscles without damaging your discs. Now, what I'm going to teach you has come from a man I've studied with, an incredible professor in Canada called called Professor Stuart McGill, who has studied this in depth. Now, how Stuart McGill advises sit-ups is in this position, of course, one leg straight, one leg bent. I'm just going to move on to my mat a little bit more. Okay, one leg straight, one leg bent. Bring the hands up behind the ears, contract the abs as you would in a sit-up, but I want you to pull up from the sternum. The sternum is the bone in the middle of the breastbone, the middle of the chest, and we're going to pull the sternum up, straight up towards the ceiling. Okay, so we contract the abs, and we pull, and we hold. Okay, we hold, making sure you keep your neck as straight as possible. None of this, no straining the neck, okay? Try and keep your spine as straight as possible. And you hold, and you release. Release for 5, contract for 5, 3 times. Now in this position, you can see my discs are completely protected. They are completely flat on the floor. Now it might look like this isn't going to have the same effect as a normal sit-up, but trust me, your abs will kill when you do this. They will absolutely ache. I used to teach this to Premiership footballers, and them, with their strong abs that they have, were in agony. Okay, so both sides, sternum to ceiling, contract the abs, neck and spine straight, shoulders flat, elbows flat, nice and relaxed. The only muscles working in this are your abs. Don't contract the front of the neck, okay? Everything nice and relaxed. You're forcing those abs to do all the work, okay? And relax. Now you can also obviously do that for the obliques as well. So again, keeping the spine straight as possible, discs completely protected. There we go. So for the next exercise, I'm going to use the good old medicine ball. Now, if you thought I didn't like the sit-up, I can't even tell you how much I hate this exercise I'm about to tell you now. It's the sit-up times 10. Because here's a classic medicine ball exercise that people teach you to do. So first of all, you bring yourself into this position, okay? Which is your classic sit-up position. But now you've got your feet off the floor as well. So you've got even more pressure going through the disc. And then to top it all off, we're going to add the rotation. Actually, I'm not even going to use that. I can't even do it to myself. I'm going to use the baby ball, okay, because there's basically nothing there. To top it all off, the next position we know that damages the disc the most is out of the central position with rotation, let alone with weight through that rotation. So we're going to put ourselves in the weakest position we possibly can, and then we're going to go twist with weight. And we're going to go here, twist with weight. This, I can't even tell you, this exercise shouldn't even be legal without huge advice on the potential damage you're doing to your discs. I don't even have, you can tell I'm getting quite irate about this, I don't even have a alternative to this. This is just, from the spinal disc point of view, one of the most damaging exercises you could possibly do. Oh, I'm not even going to do it. My discs, no, they are looked after and protected. All right, so please, if you want to protect your discs, do not do that exercise. Okay, and the third exercise I advise against is another medicine ball exercise. I was asked to do by a personal trainer, and I just point blank refused. They ask you to step forward, you bend, and with this huge weight, twist like this, okay? Forward, back, and then forward, twist. Twist both sides. Now what you've got here is, in the twisting position, your disc is weakened, and then you're adding an extended weight onto that. So you are micro-damaging that disc. Now the one thing about discs is, we always advise, the way we advise you lift to protect your discs is spine straight, weight close to the body, close to the body, close to the body, spine straight. Use your legs, use your back muscles, okay? The minute you're doing this, it's like, it's the textbook damaging position and movement for injuring a disc. And like I said, you can't tell when you're damaging a disc because it happens over many years of micro strains through the disc that eventually weaken it so much that it splits. So when you go to the gym and you do something like this repeatedly, you don't realize that you're damaging your disc until you reach down to tie up your shoelaces and you have raging 10 out of 10 pain down your leg and 6 weeks off work and a weakened back for a very long time. I really hope this has helped you. I really hope I've done more than just show you 3 exercises. I really hope this has educated you in how to adjust your exercises at the gym to protect your discs. All right, my friends, go forth and train safe.